Welcome to Hero Villains. No matter who you are a fan of, please subscribe to support me. Thank you all. Love you so much. Thank you for always following and supporting the channel. In your opinion, if Superman and Orion fought Thor and Hulk, Team DC against Team Marvel, which team would win? Superman, the symbol of DC hope, was born on Krypton and raised as a human on Earth. He possesses near godlike powers such as lightspeed, absolute durability, X-ray vision, and the ability to absorb solar energy to boost his physical strength to an almost limitless level. Standing beside him is Orion, the warrior of the new gods and the son of Darkseid. Orion carries the cosmic power of New Genesis, using the Mother Box to fly, heal, create energy shields, and unleash destructive attacks. Together, they represent power, ideals, and an unbreakable spirit. Thor, the god of thunder of Asgard, wields the sacred hammer Mjolnir, controlling storms, thunder, and lightning, along with thousands of years of combat strength. His divine power allows him to rival cosmic beings, with reflexes and physical strength far beyond mortal limits. Fighting alongside him is Hulk, living rage made flesh, becoming stronger the angrier he gets. With physical power and regeneration that seem to have no end, the battle between the two sides becomes a clash of divine force and fury, cosmic combat, intellect, and primal power. No one falls easily, and every strike makes galaxies tremble. This is a battle where victory belongs only to the ones still standing. Before we dive into the analysis, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you all so much. Thor's power is something that goes beyond any measurable scale, to the point where even his limits have never been clearly defined. He can shift an entire world or even a cosmic system with his bare hands. Over time, this power has not only remained unbroken, but has continued to grow, allowing Thor to surpass Odin and approach the might of his mother, whose overwhelming power lets her face Superman and Orion at the same time, while still calm enough to sip a cup of tea. What makes Thor terrifying is not just his strength, but his nearly immortal endurance. Supes or Orion may endure a lot, but Thor is not restrained by any weakness within their reach. His power is not influenced by external energy, nor dependent on environmental conditions. He wields Mjolnir, a weapon capable of amplifying his strength to an almost impossible level, making every swing of the hammer feel like thunder crashing down from the heavens. Even when his body is destroyed, Thor can regenerate at an incredible rate. He once lost his heart, and within minutes another heart began beating in his chest as if nothing had happened. Most Asgardians can heal powerfully, but Thor goes far beyond, thanks to the blood of both father and mother, making him a true immortal. Looking at the bigger picture, Thor is not just a strong warrior. He is the embodiment of the storm, the roar of thunder shaking the battlefield. His might is powerful enough to stand alongside the greatest symbols of DC, proving that raw strength has no boundaries between the two universes. Every time Thor strikes his hammer, the world seems to hold its breath, and no one knows where his limits truly lie, or whether the only thing capable of stopping him is the moment he chooses to stop. A war god like this does not exist just to fight. He is a reminder that when legends rise in the vast universe, they need no boundaries to become great. Thor walks within the storm, carrying a power that makes every opponent cautious, and even other gods unable to underestimate him. Hulk's power has always been something that cannot be measured, almost standing outside every rule of physics or any normal limit. From the moment he was created, this character carried the bold declaration that his strength has no endpoint. Superman is not superior, Orion is not either. Anyone who rises stronger than him at that moment only needs to make Hulk angrier, and his power will increase again, crushing every obstacle before him like a storm flattening an entire forest with a single violent shake. It sounds unreasonable, but that very impossibility is what creates Hulk's unique identity. He does not need a reason to become stronger, only an opponent strong enough to challenge him. His terror does not lie only in the fists that shake the earth, but also in his natural defense that goes beyond imagination. The stronger Hulk becomes, the more unbreakable his body turns. Like cooling steel becoming a divine metal, nothing can pierce. His regeneration is so fast that even Wolverine, the symbol of healing, has to concede. A hole in his skin lasts only a fleeting moment, bones still vibrating from the break while his muscle tissue has already sealed, and Hulk continues fighting as if he had never been injured. His reaction speed also makes him impossible for enemies to predict. Hulk can reach out and grab a target moving at light speed, making the idea that he is just a slow brute laughable. In battle, his green eyes glowing like sparks of fury can track movements faster than a heartbeat, making even speed-based warriors unable to take him lightly. When it comes to death, Hulk almost stands apart from it. He may fall, he may vanish for a moment, but somewhere in the dark, Hulk returns, breathing harder and raging more wildly. Bruce Banner and Hulk are not two separate beings, but one existence torn between reason and fury. Yet it is this conflicted unity that prevents him from ever fully disappearing. He is the awakened fear within the universe's subconscious, a power fueled by rage and sustained by an unyielding will. If Superman is a ray of hope and Orion is the flame of war, then Hulk is the raw roar of the earth and sky, neither light nor darkness, but a primal rage beyond any definition of hero or monster. If one day Hulk truly becomes angry to the absolute limit, if his wrath has nothing left to restrain it, would any force exist that could still stand? No one knows where Hulk's limit lies. Perhaps he has no final point. Perhaps this universe is only a cramped cage, not large enough to contain the true power of the man named Bruce Banner. We only know one thing: when Hulk roars, the entire world must hold its breath and wait to see whether the battlefield will still exist after his next punch. Superman often appears as the symbol of absolute victory, almost impossible to defeat by any force. Whenever an enemy surpasses him, instead of accepting a deserved loss, he opens another door to a new source of power, as if every time he struggles, another well of strength immediately appears to lift him higher. Superman always shines as brightly as the sun, but that light can sometimes be too overwhelming. When he wins, it feels almost inevitable, and when he loses, it becomes a gentle lesson for his opponent without ever making clear what that lesson actually is. Because of that, the sense of suspense fades, as if the outcome of every battle has already been written, like a page that never changes color. There was a time when Superman was powerful but still vulnerable, able to fly across galaxies, yet still carrying deeply human thoughts. Over the years, the shell of invincibility around him has grown thicker, making even the smallest defeats harder to believe than myth. The worry that Superman might fall used to matter. We needed moments where he had to fight the fear inside himself so that his victories carried weight and his failures held meaning. True impact does not always come from overwhelming strength, but often from the moments where he steps back, suffers, and rises again through the humanity within the Red Cape. Superman has fought countless enemies. He has faced Lex Luthor, the brilliant mind without physical power, but with a cold intellect and an undying hatred. With Lex, Superman cannot rely solely on his fists. He must confront carefully calculated plans. Doomsday is another foe, one who pushed Superman to the brink of life and death. This was no longer a battle of ideals or morality, but pure survival between two engines of destruction. It was the battle that made the entire world fall silent, the moment Superman truly felt death standing inches away. Darkseid goes far beyond an ordinary enemy. He is the tyrant who seeks to enslave the entire universe, a being with such godlike power that a single glance can erase life. Facing him, Superman is not only defending Earth, but defending the very concept of human freedom. Then there is Brainiac, whose cold intellect seeks to collect and destroy civilizations. Zod, who shares his Kryptonian origin but chooses a path of violence. Fungal, Parasite, Bizarro, Metallo, each one a different threat, forcing Superman to adapt, evolve, and learn to fight with more than just raw strength. Superman is not only a symbol of victory, he is a warrior constantly confronting challenges, even if his overwhelming power sometimes forces the story around him to find new ways to stay balanced and compelling. But every enemy he has ever fought leaves behind an invisible scar, a new lesson, and another reason for the world to see him as the shield that protects humanity in the endless expanse of the universe. I really hope you will. Subscribe to the channel, it helps us a lot, and you are the best. Thank you so much. Orion has always been seen as one of the most dangerous warriors in the DC universe, and many believe he even surpasses Superman when considering both potential and the structure of his power. Orion possesses nearly limitless energy, a source of power unaffected by age or physical exhaustion. Like a flame that never burns out, he exists as an immortal being, walking across worlds with the heart of a warrior born for battle. Ronnie's body can withstand blows strong enough to tear apart the toughest superheroes and still remain standing like a stone statue in the middle of a cosmic storm. He was given the title the ultimate killing machine, not because of cruelty, but because of a natural combat instinct sharpened through countless battles. In tactics and close quarters combat, Orion can stand on equal footing with Diana or Bruce Wayne, two masters of fighting that even gods do not take lightly. He fights not only with strength, but with a cold mind and the precision of a divinely forged assassin. Orion was shaped as a mirror version of Thor in Marvel, and ironically the creator of Thor was also the one who laid the foundations for Orion. Because of that, from the moment he appeared, Orion carried the aura of a god stepping out of myth, with an initial level of power so immense it bordered on the absurd. Orion is a warrior who never stops growing, a force that evolves after every battle. He is like a spear piercing across time and space, and every time he is drawn from the sheath, the light of war descends upon the cosmos. He is not truly a hero, nor entirely a monster. Orion exists in the space between, where rage and honor collide to create a being full of contradictions, but burning with an intense and strange brilliance. Through Orion's battles, one can see something beautiful within his brutality. A soldier who never stops, who only knows how to move forward because that fate was carved into his blood. And if one day Orion truly becomes the strongest in the DC universe, it would not be surprising. Orion has faced many legendary enemies, and each fight reveals the core of a warrior born for war. Orion battles the storm within his own soul, for he is the son of Darkseid, yet stands on the side of light. Darkseid, the tyrant of apocalypse, is a name bound to Orion like a scar that never heals. Their clashes are not only the fight between two forces, but also the tragedy between father and son. Orion rises against Darkseid not to seek recognition, but to prove that he is not bound by the place he came from. Every blow exchanged carries hatred, blood ties, and the roar of two spirits refusing to submit. Beyond Darkseid, there is Kalibak, his brother of the same blood. Kalibak is raw fury, while Orion is a storm with direction and strategy. Their clashes are like two mountains crashing into each other, creating shockwaves across the battlefield. Orion does not win through strength alone, but through a calmness sharp as a blade, something Kalibak lacks. Each encounter holds more emotional weight than violence, where Orion must choose between his sword and the path New Genesis expects him to walk. These moments show that Orion is not just a warrior, but a soul constantly searching for his place in the universe. He has fought Superman, Wonder Woman, Lobo, and countless warriors from distant worlds. With Superman, it is the clash between divine power and steadfast will. With Lobo, it is the collision between a war machine and an immortal bounty hunter. Orion has never taken a step back, and this very recklessness makes each encounter feel like gunpowder waiting to ignite, with death standing inches away. The battlefield is where Orion lives and breathes. Each enemy he faces not only strengthens his reputation, but pushes him further along his path of destiny. Orion does not fight to prove he is the strongest. He fights because it is his nature, the flame that cannot be extinguished in his chest. And perhaps that is what makes Orion one of the most fearsome warriors of all. Superman and Orion join forces to face Thor and Hulk, and that would be a clash of cosmic scale where every punch is powerful enough to shake the fabric of space. Superman is the symbol of pure strength, possessing faster than light speed, incredible reflexes, and the ability to withstand devastating attacks. Orion carries the power of the new gods and the energy of the Mother Box, making him a warrior born for conquest. When they work together, one side brings the steady speed and might of Krypton, while the other brings the battle-forged brutality of New Genesis, creating a perfect synergy. Meanwhile, Thor and Hulk are no less formidable. Thor is the god of thunder of Asgard, controlling cosmic energy, lightning, and storms, and wielding Mjolnir, one of the most powerful divine weapons in Marvel. Hulk, especially when driven by overwhelming rage, has strength that increases with emotion and can shatter reality if pushed to the limit. This duo combines divine magic with limitless fury, forming a destructive force beyond imagination. If the battle is short, Superman and Orion have the advantage thanks to their superior speed, allowing them to dominate Earth early exchanges. However, in a prolonged fight, Thor and Hulk become far more dangerous. Hulk grows stronger the longer he fights, and Thor can unleash his pure cosmic power. This balance turns the battle into an earth-shaking showdown. Thor and Hulk hold the advantage in growing power and explosive force, but Superman and Orion surpass them in speed and combat technique. This fight could last endlessly without either side fully overwhelming the other, and every moment could change the outcome. I hope you enjoy this battle. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That is the video for today. Thank you very much.